the program moving in high speed by introducing what I affectionately describe as the queen of high-speed rail, a lady that you heard from briefly yesterday at our reception, and someone who's worked tirelessly to bring high-speed rail to America. She's traveled all around the world and has been an advocate for America's development of high-speed rail for many years. She was formerly the chairman of the Rail Subcommittee of the Transportation and Infrastructure Full Committee. She works across the aisle with Republicans and Democrats without compromising her commitment or her values. Please give a big warm welcome to now the ranking member of the committee, the subcommittee on rail, and that is the Honorable Corrine Brown. As she approaches, I will also want to acknowledge the great work by her staff, particularly Nick Marnelli, who's here, and you can follow up with conversations with Nick and the Congresswoman. One more time for the Congresswoman and her staff.
Okay, let's do it that way. Hello, and welcome again. Let me just get a feel as to who's in the room. Anyone here from England? TGV? Raise your hand. No? Oh, yeah. Well, stand up. Let me see. I can't see that well. Okay. All right. The French? Spaniard? Okay. Oh, okay. Germany? I know they're here. Yes. Okay. Who am I? Japan. I met some people last night, yes. Okay. China. Yeah. Korea, wait, let me separate it. China. Okay. 350 billion. Korea. Okay. South Korea. Yes, I know. So anyway, I know. And no, I've been on all of those systems except the China, and they invited me to come in July. So I'm interested in it, but it's such a exciting time for rail in this country. It's the renaissance for rail in the United States, and I see so many people from DOT and people I've worked with over the years in this area, and I am very excited about being a part of it. You know, we started the rail system in this country in the 1800s, and now we are the caboose, and you don't use cabooses anymore. I say that all the time. And so, but for the first time, we have a real commitment for rail, high speed in this country, when the president put up the initial $8 billion. And that was a great start, and we knew it was only a start. In April, I circulated a letter and had over 110 members to sign, asking that when we did the reauthorization, please authorize $50 billion. And so yesterday, I was so excited that they came up with $53 billion requested from the Congress. So that goes a long way as far as indicating a long-term commitment for rail. And in fact, 50 years ago plus, when Eisenhower, we decided to do the highway system, it had to be a long-term commitment because, you know, in order to invest, you want to make sure that we're long-term committed and that depending on what administration is in there, their commitment is on the table. And so we in Florida are very excited about being a part of it. California, we've got to include the Northwest Corridor. There are many pockets in this country that is right for us to make that kind of investment. And with that, why don't I open it for some quick questions?
I have a question.
Yes, sir. You have a question? Mm-hmm.
Yes, this session was designed to kind of give an update on Florida.
Mm-hmm.
What is your assessment of the status in Florida, and what can we do to expedite progress in the state at the governor's level?
Okay. Now, everybody in this room know that we worked out everything prior to him taking office. So all he has to do is sign on the line. So I am expecting the business community to weigh in heavily. Okay. I'm expecting the local community to weigh in heavily because it's, you know, it's a partnership. And it's not just the money. The state has to be committed to the partnership. It's a marriage. And we've got to be committed to move the people in the state of Florida. We can be the pilot. We can be the first in the country to have true high speed. And it was the foresight of Governor Lawton Childs, who was from Lakeland, and Bob Graham, who did the environmental piece and the studies. If the leadership of the elected officials don't have vision, the people perish, and they put it in place. And so we're ready. But the key is, it is very important that we reach out to the legislators and to the governor, and we finalize it, and I understand that they're reviewing it, and hopefully in the next week or two we'll have everything in place. But we made sure that we did everything on our side prior to January the 5th.
Congresswoman, thank you so much. Any other questions?
Yes, sir. Hi, hello there. How you doing? All right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the announcement by the Vice President, of course, is very exciting for everybody in terms of high speed and city fast Florida development. The Tea Party dominated the House. Republicans, unfortunately, took the whole $1 billion that had been appropriated for 2011 and stuck it for the rest of the bill. Could you hear me? Mm-hmm. My question is, what should we be doing as an organization to try to restore and get some funding in for 2011 so we can keep this vision going?
Let's be clear. That's their recommendation.
That's right.
It's 3 stews in Washington. It's the House, the Senate, and the President. That's a committee recommendation. Then it has to go to the floor, and then it has to pass the House, and then the Senate have to agree to it. I've been here for 18 years. I was here in '94 when the Newt Gingrich crowd took over. And with the contract, they passed at least 100 bills. The Senate didn't take up one of them. Last year, I was involved in all this great work we did. We passed 508 bills. Maybe the Senate took up 10. So clearly, it's checks and balances here. And it's so, you know, it's a lot of bark. Let's see what kind of bite come out.
Thank you.
That shows you the importance of the United States Senate. We were fortunate, Congresswoman, right before you came, we heard from Senator Mark Kirk, who is an advocate for high-speed rail and a new Republican senator.
Let me just say that in the Senate, it takes 60 votes to even take up a subject, which, you know, I don't always agree to it. But now, maybe that's not such a bad thing. Anyway, thank you all so very much, and thank you for your interest and your support for rail.
Let's show a big round of applause of appreciation for the Congresswoman, and hold up right here for a moment. In the interest of bipartisanship and showing true unity, let me take the moment to call up the chairman of the same committee. So we have on this podium at the same time the chairman of the rail subcommittee and the
who was
ranking
my ranking member, and yes,
and
now he's the chair.
So they just
she taught me everything I know.
All right. So we appreciate this two-shot.
No, I'm going to.
Let me
warm me up.
Very good.